And CBS News Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues joins me now on set. Jeff, again, we appreciate the time. I want to begin with this news then surrounding Ahmad Rahami's wife, who reportedly flew into New York last night from Dubai. What do we know, not just about her, but her level of cooperation to this point in this investigation?
Well, she is cooperating with investigators. She showed up in Dubai, presented herself to the FBI, is what our sources are telling us, and they have interviewed her. So this was voluntary on her part, suggesting a willingness to help. And now we know she is back here in the U.S., cooperating with investigators. They want to get as much information out of her as possible as they try to fill in some of the blanks with her husband's life. What happened that perhaps triggered this event? We've been told by multiple sources that the feeling in the world of investigators who are looking into his life is they both came back from overseas about 2 years ago, and something had changed. Friends say that he was almost, and she was, they were different people, more religious. They started distancing themselves from friends and family. So there was a noticeable change when they came back. So investigators are looking into things like that. Was there someone that they had contact with overseas that perhaps changed their behavior here at home? That's the kind of information they're trying to get right now from her.
We also heard in your piece that NYPD counterterrorism chief James Waters has said that Rahami himself is not yet medically cleared to participate and speak with investigators. Previously, it had been thought perhaps he was simply stonewalling. Is there any indication then as to when he might be medically cleared to talk?
Well, this is a really interesting debate, if you will. Okay, so publicly the police are saying one thing, but there are some legal types who are saying, well, wait a second, have you read him his Miranda rights? Does he have an attorney? This debate is sort of bubbling up. So, you know, from an investigative point of view, they want to get as much out of him before he lawyers up, right? Because they're trying to figure out, is there somebody else out there who could have coordinated this with him, who could have helped him build the bombs? Those are the questions they're trying to answer. So they're trying to see if he will cooperate with them. What we're hearing so far is that he's still uncooperative, but in a lot of ways, the clock for investigators is ticking. It is ticking. So they're trying to figure out what may still be out there. They want to get some of that from him, so they want to get it before he lawyers up. And that's what the investigators are thinking, right? Not what the attorneys out in the public are thinking, but that's what investigators are thinking.
And we should, again, make plain he is a naturalized American citizen, due all rights given to him by the Constitution.
Yeah.
We also heard in your piece, Chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, Mike McCall, say pretty definitively they believe that Rahami was inspired by ISIS with regard to this notebook, the blood-stained notebook and the writings therein. As they look then to establish a motive, what can you tell us about why they believe that so staunchly?
You know what? If this wasn't real life, you'd think, wow, what a movie, what a script. You have this notebook that is blood-stained,
and we see
with a bullet hole through it. And it's sort of a mini manifesto, if you will. I mean, it has names in there. It has sources of potential inspiration. And so investigators are getting a lot of information from that notebook, who he may have been listening to, reading up on online. And as you know, that's the source of radicalization in so many of these cases. What are they doing online? Who are they talking to online? And it's not only surfing websites and listening to sermons of radical clerics, because that was happening too, according to our law enforcement sources, but who might he have been in contact with online through apps, messaging apps, things like that. We've heard about encryption and how that has been a problem for investigators over the last couple of years, especially. So they're trying to delve into that, and that's why some of the clues that they're getting from that notebook that was found on him after that gun battle with police, after he was injured, they found that bloodied notebook. They're getting a lot of information from that they can mine for clues.
And I'm sure it would help to know as well whom he was perhaps not inspired by. It wasn't Boko Haram. It wasn't al-Qaeda. Quickly, the two men yesterday, we saw an FBI bulletin come out, two men seen on surveillance footage again, removing the bomb from the 27th Street location, leaving it behind, and taking a bag. Questions as to what connection they might have to this. They've been described as witnesses. What can you tell us?
Well, yeah, on the face of it, it sounds a little suspicious. I mean, look at these guys. You know, what we thought at the beginning was that they found this bag and then took the device, and you've seen the video of the device, the unexploded device that was found on 27th Street. There were wires coming out of it.
A cell phone attached, a heavy pressure cooker.
But, you know, according to police, they took it out and they left it there. So, you know, yeah, it looks a little suspicious, but investigators insist right now that these men are just witnesses and they just want to talk to them. They are in no threat of being arrested. But, you know, you talk to some veteran investigators out there and they look at that and they think, that's interesting. Yeah, I would like to talk to them.
It seems there are many levels of conversation being had with regard to this case, Jeff. It also seems that we'll be speaking again
We will.
very soon. As always, we appreciate it.